I hate backseat drivers. Anyways, I don't have one with me today, but I mean that in the figurative sense. The people that tell you something, but don't just do it themselves. And I've experienced a lot of these with coworkers and such and things like that. But it's people that are critical of you without helping you. You're desperately searching for help, and these people, or you're not even looking for help and they're just putting their 2 cents in, and you're like, can you leave me alone? Seriously, can you shut up and stop trying to dictate how you want me to live my life? And sometimes it can be very annoying when people do that to you. And I feel you on that. I really do. I've got a couple people like that in my life right now. A couple people at work, a couple people whatever. And I'm just like, yo, my man, just do it. And what I found out is that my philosophy on life is I talk a lot and I joke. I make a lot of jokes, right? I try to make people laugh, right? I'm never serious, except when it comes to these videos. And then when it comes time to my actions mean everything. I joke when I talk, but when it comes time to doing stuff, I'm on top of it. Locked up, locked down, I got it right. I want to make sure that my actions speak louder than my words in every way imaginable, in all the best ways possible. I don't want to make mistakes when it comes time to my actions. I think it's important that no matter what, at the end of the day, that person silently went, thanks, Luke. Maybe they said it in person, maybe they said it in their head, maybe they're just like, you know what, that guy's awesome. He's really nice, he's helpful, he makes jokes, but at the end of the day, he's a hard worker, and he's got my back. That's what I want to be. Because everyone is silent, quiet, maybe a dick. But to be an individual that brings people up, brings them back to life after a long, hard day, or even the start of a day, and you got to be able to bring people together and make jokes, and not just like try to be a comedian and the jokester, Mr. Clown over here. I'm talking about just being humorous and seeing people, because people aren't seen nowadays. They don't look at each other. Really look at each other, When I try to make eye contact with people, I'm very deliberate. But I think it's because I'm partially autistic or something, because eye contact is a very strong thing for me. I'm holding it like this, like laser focused, or I won't even look at you. There's no in between, like, hey, oh, that's crazy. Like, it doesn't work like that for me. Like, for me, I'm laser focused like Joe Rogan, or I'm like the Good Doctor, where I'm like, huh? Like, I don't know the in-between, I really don't. Or maybe I'm self-conscious on it. I overthink a lot of things, if you've noticed by now. I'm just very, all over the place in my brain. And I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. And sometimes I feel like it's a hindrance to myself, because I second guess myself to the point where I'm paralyzed from taking an action. And as a person that prides themselves on taking action above words, it can be very detrimental. Because, I'm not talking and throwing this stuff out there. For the most part, all of these overthinking things are happening in my head, and I'm not able to focus. So I'm not yapping to people. I actually close up and get quiet. But what I don't do is take action when I need to. There's certain things that I procrastinate on. We got to get better at that. But Backseat drivers. We're getting back to backseat drivers. You know, and that's the problem, man. I got, you know, stop trying to take power over others and try to, you know, work them over and try to change what they're doing. I got some people, they'd be trying to spread drama at work in the worst ways possible. Like, no one wants that. That's disgusting. You gotta stop doing that. Seriously. Get a life. You're trying to control what your coworkers are doing and spread lies about them or spread stuff that doesn't need to be spread. It's really distasteful, and I just can't stand being around that, honestly. And don't get me wrong, we've all dabbled in a little bit of drama at work. You know, we spread the truth that we heard from someone else that didn't say the truth. You know what I mean? It's better not to spread negativity whatsoever. I want you to get this stuck in your head. Even if it is the truth that you got and you witnessed firsthand, you spreading it to someone else to level with them is not good. Spreading negativity brings people close together for a short time, but long-term, relationships that are built on spreading negativity about others does not favor well. You end up shooting yourself in the foot. That's the best explanation possible. You end up shooting yourself on the foot because these people, they are not happy people that you spend time with that spread this negativity. They're angry people, and the first time that you mess up or you make a mistake around them, they will turn that into venom and they will assault you with everything they've got. So you better not drop your guard around these people, man, because you can be friendly towards them, you can be negative around them or whatever if you want, go for it, but at the end of the day, never drop your guard around them. You can't trust them. Don't level with them. Don't tell them anything they ask of you. If they ask you about a coworker, you say, I don't know. No, you don't say nothing. You can make jokes with that person, but at the end of the day, if they ask you about any other coworker, just know that whatever you say will get back to that coworker. I can promise you that. I'll bet you $50 right now that if you say something to one of these negative people that spreads drama around, it's going to get back to them. And they'll tell you that, no, I don't spread drama like that. No. Yeah, that's not me. That's disgusting. I would never do that. Those are the exact people that do that do spread the drama around. Because they don't think of it as drama. They think of it as truth. And they think that negative truth isn't the same as drama, but it is. You're spreading something that doesn't look good, that is partial truth or maybe full truth about a coworker. That is detrimental to their social status and advantageous towards you for a short term. Long term, it don't look good. You're just spreading venom. So don't do that. Don't be spreading that garbage around. Seriously, it's disgusting. And you know, we've got a couple things working in the works right now. I'm torn between two things. Do I get a action camera 360 brand new Insta360 X5, or do I get a 85mm 1.8 full frame lens, $239, a Meek to be exact. Very sharp, crisp, beautiful for portraits, very specifically. Or do I go down the route of getting a Tamron zoom lens, 50 to 300, or maybe a 28 to 200, and that's going to be for my full frame camera. It's going to be better quality overall, I think. I think that a zoom lens is very valuable if I want to get really high quality at really long range. But if I'm shooting portraits of someone, you've got to get a quality 85mm 1.8 lens. It's got to be beautiful, creamy with the aperture, you know? You can't beat it. You can't work around it. You can't get any other lens. That's what you got. That's your portrait mode. Boom, done. There is nothing else, you know? Don't get me wrong, I love my drone, I love my phone, and I love my camera right now with the nifty 50 on it. And I can get by, I can get a lot of stuff done with it. But I know I need that next step. I think that wildlife, time, nature, being able to get like a 35mm or a 28 even, would be able to get me wider shots. And then also be able to get zoomed in on animals and such. Telescoping lens would be clutch. And then I also see drone footage from Insta360 on a stick. You know, it'd be higher quality drone footage from my perspective. It would be, you know, removing the selfie stick with the AI, so it would be drone wherever I need to be, no matter where I am, and I can do it a lot more. I can have a lot more fun with it. Right now with my drone, you have to be stationary, and you can't really show yourself doing anything with water. You can show other people doing stuff with water. You can do sunsets, but that's about it. Very cinematic, but at the end of the day, telling a story means you have to have something to tell. Photography is easy. You take a photo, that picture looks beautiful, end of story, done, right? Videos with your phone. This is what happened to me today, boom, done. Insta360, I went on a walk, here's me walking with me with the Insta360 stick in my hand, done. Drone footage, here's the sunset, I happen to be here. Look at where I was at on this dock at a sunset. You saw my other videos. Great. Looks beautiful. I've got a little bit of an older drone now, so it's rough. It can't do everything. But I'm at a point now where I'm like, I need the newest drone. I need the newest phone. I need the newest Insta360 X5. I want to get a new full frame camera already, and I just got this one. Maybe I need a new lens or telescoping. Maybe I need the most expensive one imaginable. I know, I'm stupid. I gotta spend all my money on this equipment for no reason. I have not made a cent off of it yet. But I know I've invested a lot into my current camera, and I need a strong focal length. And I think that if I got a 50 to 300, I think I could get a lot done. And then from there, I would have to, you know, beyond that, I have to start looking into different focal lengths for a, you know, landscape, car photography, human eye, 35mm, 28, 12 maybe. You know, stuff like that, ultra wide stuff for cars that are in car events. I think that a 28 to 200 would be beautiful, but the aperture would suck on it. But I haven't been limited by my aperture so far. A lot of my photos, I actually like them darker, so me having to have that full frame camera open longer, it's not really a huge deal. You know, I can make do with it, you know? So maybe I will get that lens. It's a great lens, man. I've seen a bunch of options around it. I just want to be able to, I want a lens that I can use and just do it, you know? I want to see it. I want to get that photo, get that, you know, what I was looking for. Now, the 28 to 200 versus the 50 to 300, the aperture would be better at that 50 to 300, I believe. It's a little bit more improved, a little bit wider. more focused for wildlife, and the 28-200 would be more versatile, I think. And I think that I'd have to do the 28-200. There's not a lot of wildlife that I have to look at. If they're in range, great. If not, I need like a really nice lens to get them really good, you know? We're talking about a really nice telephoto, like, like basically a telescope lens, you know? So maybe that 28-200 is nice. It's a $600 lens for a crap aperture that's variable. So I don't know about that. But in broad daylight, it'll get a lot done. And then that nifty 50 I'll pull out at night, which I can get everything else with. So I think I've kind of answered my own question with that. It would be really nice to have that option. I could do a lot with it. I guess I answered that question. It's expensive though. It's a lot of money to drop on more camera. It's either that or the Insta360 X5. Man, I could do a lot of action stuff with it. But I just got a very expensive camera that needs to be put to use with the highest image quality possible. I like taking photos. It's definitely insta-focused. Reels can be done on a phone. I guess I've answered my own question with that. But I will need a new action camera soon. And man, I guess there's still a fire, so I guess your boy's gonna go back this way. I think our road's back open again, but I don't trust it. Let's see. And we got the fire department, Wonderfilo. Let's see. Might be able to get in. I've been smelling this smoke all the way through our entire town. I mean, this has been wafting over here. Bunch of goobers, if you ask me. And I've been thinking about something lately, but just know it would be a dream. Not that I would enjoy the dream. I like to put myself out there. I'm here. You know who I am. You can look me up. That's it. That's what I do. If you like it, go for it. If not, I guess I'm on my own. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. But it would be a dream. I mean, we're so close, man. It'd be so cool. It's been a long time since your boy's been on a date. God damn. I miss that, man. I miss being able to go out on dates. Like, I miss planning that. It was stressful, but it was something to do. You know? I definitely got to get more in shape again. But, you know, that's the other part. Right now, I'm not angry when I go to work. I'm not, like, upset or frustrated. I don't feel anything. I'm not disgusted. Well, sometimes I do feel disgusted, but disgusted working there, disgusted with people that I talk to, disgusted with my coworkers. So I guess there's that. But outside of that, what I mean is that there's no animosity towards people. I'm not excited to be there. I'm not angry to be there. I'm not upset. I'm not irritated. I work there 6 days a week. I feel nothing. There's nothing that I feel when I go to work. I guess that's what you call burnt out. But, like, what else am I supposed to do? YouTube videos, you know, even if I made, let's say $100,000 a month right now, or even $50,000 a month from YouTube, and I had 100,000 subscribers or whatever, that's the dream. But I can't rely on that dream to be long-term for life, you know? I'd have to keep making videos. I'd have to keep getting better. and it would consume my life to the point where it wouldn't be a hobby anymore. It would be a job, and I would be a slave to it like I am my job right now. So I understand that. I get it. And I hope that maybe if you're watching this, that you aren't enslaved to your job like I feel. I'm not really in an office setting. I'm not like the corporate guy that works his 9 to 5 in an office, business office, and does clerical work all day. Like, I talk to people. Maybe that's worse. I hate talking to people. I'm not good at talking to people. I'm an introvert, and also I just can't stand people. I just want to do my job and be done with it, you know? But I think that if I did clerical work, I'd drive myself insane. My coworker coming up to my desk, "It's so-and-so's birthday today. Let's sing him happy birthday." I'd want to gouge my eyes out. I think I'm already in that field, and it only gets worse from here. I'm in an entry-level position with 2 to 3 years of experience, and I'm making $20 an hour. And it's better than some. Don't get me wrong, I count my blessings. But I couldn't move out right now, get a house. I could be homeless. I could live out of my car, maybe buy a van and survive. I would love to do that. But I would still have to go to work every day. Don't get me wrong, I would love to do 8 hours of work every day. That's fine. But I would also like to be in a different spot every day. I'm already alone in life, right? I have no spouse, no girlfriend, no friends. My family's small, and the family that I have, I wish I was closer with, but, you know, that's not too close. And I just gotta think, well, what if I just, you know, what if I just kind of figured it out? What if I just, we're going on a little scenic tour. You know, what if I just dipped? And not in that way, not that you think that, or not that I would think that way. I hope that you don't go down that path, and I implore you that there are other ways to escape than ending it, if you know what I mean. I think there's always another way out. You can always grab whatever money you've got and just go live in the forest, be a hermit before you do anything crazy. If you feel alone in life, then go do what you want to do. At least go have fun, and I promise you, you won't run out of things to do in life. You may be alone, but at least there's stuff to do, you know? I've always thought that in life, you know, there's always something else I could do before I disappear, you know? And that's my whole reason for living is, you know, even if I hate being here right now, and I feel like I'll be enslaved to this job and this career for the next, you know, how many years till I'm 65, then retire, be able to go to Paris once and die, it's never enough. And I hope that maybe I'll find value in my work soon, or maybe I'll find someone that I can confide in and find value from. You know, a reason to live, a reason to go home at night, go on dates every single night, you know, go walk a trail together with my person. I don't know. Maybe we find a mutual hobby that I haven't found myself yet, that we have to do every single day after work. I don't know, man. Or girl, sorry. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to find that person. I'm trying to escape the matrix, get a remote job so I don't have to be at the same place every single day and I get to travel. I just want to do something that isn't this. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna eat. I hope you have a good night. I hope you have a good Mother's Day too. And I'll catch you later. See you.